Hi guys. My name is Brittany. But you probably knew that already. Just saying. Um, Today I'm here to talk to you guys about something a little bit different than what I normally do, which, just fucking rambling. Um, but yeah, I just want to talk about something that I've been going through within the past couple of days and my experience, I guess. So if I look a little beat down, it's because I am. I've been dealing with a lot of drama and shit, and it's not been the greatest of times. So let's get into it, alright? So, at my job, we hired a new employee about 2 or 3 months ago. This person you can tell that they're a very social person, I guess. He's a much older person. It's a man. He's probably in his 40s, mid 40s. Recently, this person has been blatantly sexually harassing me. And, it's like, in the beginning, I just kind of ignored it because I was like, he's just a pathetic person. Just like, why are you hitting on a 19-year-old if you're 45? So, it would just be comments about, oh, damn, you look good, or, oh, you sexy, or shit like that. It rubbed me the wrong way, but it wasn't enough to be like, ooh, I'm telling on you, shit like that. I was like, whatever. I guess a compliment is a compliment, but, I mean, it got weird. So then, when was it? I believe it was 2 days ago. What's today? Tuesday. So Sunday night. What date would that be? I'm trying to document everything. The 20th. Sorry, I can't do math very well. Sunday, July 20th. I was closing at my job, and this person happened to be there. They were working, and I go into the area that they're working in, and I ask them to hand me something because I couldn't reach it. I said, hey, can you hand me this? I just need to get my job done. He goes, ooh, damn, keep asking me for help. That's sexy that you need me. I was like, what? And he's like, because there's another person working back where he was. And he goes, hey, like, what's it called when you only help someone when they're sexy? I was like, what the fuck is happening? And the guy answers, he's like, oh, that's called sexist. And the guy's like, yeah, we're sexist. Like, I'm only helping you because you're fine as hell. I was like, oh, what? And I grabbed my shit and I walked away. And then as I'm walking away, he's right behind me, and I don't know if he meant for me to hear these comments, but he goes, that's sexy as fuck. Like, I'm gonna spank you. Call me daddy. Are you kidding me? Like, that's fucking ridiculous. I'm just gonna be straight fucking honest with you. I turned around and I said, you are not going to fucking touch me. And I walked away. I've never felt so, violated in my life just because of, previous actions that have happened. Catching him staring at me when I'm working, when he's supposed to be working, but instead he's staring at me. He rubs up against me sometimes on accident, but there's plenty of room for you to be not touching me. And just like I said, I just brushed it off at first because I thought, whatever. A creep is a creep. I can handle my shit. But Sunday night, something just really... maybe it was because I had worked all day and I was just highly fucking irritated at the world. But something in me that night just it's fucking ridiculous. It pushed my buttons way too fucking much. And I mean, who fucking says shit like that? First of all, what makes you think that that's what you say to a woman to get them to like you, or to get them to be attracted to you, or, stuff like that? And, he left, and I talked to my manager about it. I was like, hey, this was said to me. I'm just bringing it to your attention. I didn't do anything. I didn't give him the notion that I wanted those comments to be made towards me. I didn't react. The only thing I said back to him is that you're not going to fucking touch me. Because I definitely have the right to say that. If he can say all that shit, I can damn well say that. And so I told my manager, and I was like, ask any woman in this workplace if they have felt at one point or another, if they felt uncomfortable, if they felt violated by the comments that this person has made to them. And I can guarantee you that a majority of the women will say yes, because I've witnessed it for myself. And he said, I definitely understand what you're saying. This isn't the first time that people have, reported stuff like this. And I'm sitting here thinking, okay, if this isn't the first time, what have you done about it? And why is it still happening? That tells me that nothing has been done so far. So I'm getting the shit end of that stick. And I'm cool with this manager. He's a very good person, and he definitely seemed concerned, and he definitely seemed like he was going to take action immediately. Now, I went to work yesterday, Monday. He wasn't there, whatever. So I understand they couldn't, talk to him about it because he wasn't there. Today's Tuesday, the 22nd. This morning around 8 a.m., I woke up and I was just having thoughts running through my head, and I made a Facebook status. I don't know if this was the smartest thing I could have done, but let me just read you guys what it said, okay? Because I want to get this whole story out there. It was fairly long. So this is what I said, okay? I said, because of the creep at my work, I now know what it feels like to be sexually harassed. Saying things like, call me daddy, I'm going to spank you, I'm helping you because you're sexy as hell and I get to keep looking at you, and keep asking me for help, it's sexy when you need me. It sure as hell isn't going to make me magically want to be with you. Also, let's take into account the fact that you're a 45-year-old man who should damn well know better. Stuff like this doesn't make me uncomfortable at work. Instead, it just makes me extremely angry that some people can be so disgusting and think that saying things like this is how you get women to like you. Quit being such a pig and harassing every female employee in the restaurant and get back to washing the dishes, you pathetic lowlife. That was probably where I fucked up. And then I kept going and said, to all males and females, if you treat other human beings this way with unsolicited, nasty comments, then you're most likely going to get a negative reaction, and quite frankly, you're the scum of the earth. Stop. And then I put, to all males and females who are being or have been sexually harassed in the workplace, report that crap immediately. Don't sit back and wait for it to stop, because it won't. If you don't like the things that are being said to you, then speak up and tell a manager. Don't worry about being a snitch. Only immature idiots are worried about things like that. Speak up or things most likely won't change. Why should you have to be made uncomfortable in your workplace while the other person gets to go on thinking that they've done nothing wrong and they continue with their outrageously inappropriate behavior? Just say something, please. So that's what I put on Facebook. And I got a lot of comments on it saying, good for you, whatever. My dad commented on it. He's like, tell him there's a 48-year-old who's going to come whoop his ass. He was just joking. I got, like, I would never let that happen. But, so that was at, like, 8 this morning. And, around 3 o'clock, or like 3:30, I'm leaving my house to take my sister somewhere. And my manager calls me. He says, "Hi, Brittany. Do you remember the conversation we had about that person a few days ago?" I said, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, did you post a status on Facebook about it?" I said, "Yeah. I didn't use any names. There was nothing in there to identify that person." He said, "Well, you should probably take it down because you could lose your job." And I value my job very much, so I didn't argue with him. I said, "You know what, that's fine." And he said, "The only reason is because one of the other employees reported it to another manager." And I said, "Well, the only employee that it could have been was this one single person, one employee that I had added to my Facebook. She had just added me. And it was like a month ago, and I added her. I didn't think anything of it, whatever." So she went and told another manager about it. I don't know if it was telling on me or just bringing it to their attention. But he said she brought it up to another manager who brought it up to me. "Just take the post down, and I don't want you to get in trouble for it. I'll take care of it. I'll nip it in the bud." I was like, "All right, fine. I'll take it down. Cool." First thing I do is block the chick immediately. I shouldn't have known better that if there was someone that I worked with on there, they would have seen it, probably would have said something. That was my fault. And so I blocked her immediately. New rule, never adding my coworkers on Facebook. Never again. And then what I did was I screenshot the status that I just read you guys, and then I deleted the status. And I screenshotted it because if there's ever any question about what it said, I've got the proof right there. And that was that. So I did that, whatever. A couple hours later, I'm just sitting there thinking about what happened. And I got to thinking, I'm like, why the fuck am I in trouble? Why the fuck would I lose my job for pointing out something that has happened to me without identifying the person who did it to me? Just saying that if it's happening to you, step up. That's what the status was mainly about for me, was informing other people that it's okay to stand up for yourself and, put things to a stop. And then I was like, I say this, but then I just took the status down because I got threatened with losing my job. So basically, that's like me standing up for myself and getting in trouble for it, which is the exact opposite of what I just said. Like, I don't understand. Like, I'm so pissed about it. Because, like, how is it fair that a victim, like, I seriously consider myself a victim because I've never felt that uncomfortable around a person before. I've never felt so, like, disgusted in my life. And it's just like, dude, who in their right minds would blame someone who's going through this and they still haven't done anything about what's happened? Like, that's what pisses me off. If someone had done something about it, that'd be a different story, but I haven't gotten any word that they've talked to this person, that they've reprimanded them, that, and I'm like, if something seriously doesn't change, I'm gonna do something about it, because it's not okay to, like, I don't even know, man, like, especially because I'm not the first person to have said something about this. this exact same person, like, I really feel like this person shouldn't be there anymore, because obviously it's making multiple people feel uncomfortable with that person's presence. And I seriously don't understand how the hell I'm the one who's in jeopardy of losing my fucking job because I felt like speaking up. And I mean, this whole time, all I've been thinking about is victim blaming, and this is like a branch off of rape culture, okay? Basically, for those who don't know, rape culture is, say a woman gets raped, okay? The first thing that the media will do is analyze, oh, what was she wearing? Was she walking alone in a dark alley at night? You know, why didn't she have someone else with her? Was she intoxicated? You know, was she was asking for it, you know, shit like that. And then when the woman, you know, tries to fight back about it, saying, yo, look, I'm the victim here. Obviously, like, this person has done something wrong to me. It doesn't matter what I was doing. This person should have known better than to, you know, rape me. I'm not saying that I have been anywhere near being raped, but being sexually harassed is a couple steps down from that. And it's those constant unsolicited comments. This has happened since the person started working there 2 or 3 months ago. And it's just been constant. And I made the mistake of not reporting it immediately. Instead, I wait 2 or 3 months for it to get worse and worse and worse. And then when I get pissed about it and I feel like speaking up and telling other people that it's okay to speak out about what they've been through, and then I'm the one getting in trouble for it, that ties into rape culture. And that's what pisses me the fuck off, because who in their right minds would blame someone who has gone through shit like that? Especially if you're going to sit there and tell me that this will not be tolerated in my kitchen, and, you know, that is not okay. And then all of a sudden, you could lose your job, so you need to take that post down. So, yeah. That's what I'm going through, and I haven't really told anybody right now about what's happened, and I'm just waiting to see, like, what I've been documenting shit. That's why I'm making this video, to get everything out. Excuse me, I don't even know, guys. I'm fucking highly irritated at this fucking world. Like, this whole world is fucked up. The fact that this shit and much worse has happened to many other people is absolutely ridiculous, and that shit needs to change. So, for all of you out there, I'm gonna say it again, if you are harassing males or females, quit your shit, because it is absolutely disgusting behavior, and it's unnecessary, and it's harassment, and it's uncalled for. So stop what the fuck you're doing. If you want to know if what comments you're making are okay to that person, ask them. Say, are you uncomfortable when I say these things to you? And if they say, well, then yeah, it is. It's making them uncomfortable, so stop. And for those of you out there who have been harassed yourselves, or if, you know, if it's in the process of happening, please speak up and say something. Don't be afraid to, oh, I don't want to get that person in trouble, blah, blah, blah. Think about yourself. This is a type of situation where you need to be selfish, and you need to only worry about what's happening to you, because nobody else is going to worry about you except for yourself. You know exactly what's happening to you, and you know exactly what's going on with you and the person that's harassing you. Report that shit immediately. If your work doesn't listen, if your bosses don't listen, go to your boss's bosses. And if that doesn't work and you feel like you're stuck, make a fucking media frenzy out of it. Call the cops. Do something. Anything you do won't be the wrong thing. if you feel the need that you need to call the cops because you're being harassed and nobody is doing anything about it, fucking do it. Get a restraining order. Get that person in trouble and make them realize that what they're doing is wrong. And I seriously, I feel like people need to be more aware of this, and just don't be afraid of speaking your mind and standing up for yourself. So that's what I have to say on the matter. And guys, I mean, if I lose my job for this, I feel like I've done everything right. I feel like I haven't done anything to deserve me losing my job. And if I do, then that shows you what kind of a company I'm working for, and that shows you the type of people that they are. So hopefully within the next couple of days I'll have an update on this shit. And yeah, I don't want to cry because I'm just crying. Like, I cry when I get pissed, and I'm so furious at the situation and how it's been handled. I don't know. But yeah, so guys, be good people, do good shit. Good shit will happen to you, and if it doesn't, report it. Alright? So, I'm gonna go. Thank you for watching, and if you know of anybody being harassed, speak up for them if they don't want to themselves. You could save a life eventually. So, yeah, I'm gonna go. So, bye guys. Thank you for watching.